Right now at 5, a look at NFL Draft Weekend live in Green Bay.
And the latest on the Milwaukee judge arrested for allegedly helping a man evade immigration authorities.
Watching WKBT Lacrosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Well, we are just an hour away from the second night of the NFL Draft in Green Bay.
But a lot of Packer fans are still over the moon about how the first night ended. Jacob Lenzendorf and Kate Overton join us live from Titletown. Guys, how's the mood among fans on day 2, and how are the Packers going to follow up that first-round pick?
Good evening, guys. It's going to be tough to top that first-round pick. A lot of excitement when the name Matthew Golden was announced for the Packers first-round draft pick, and it's excitement for Golden as well. As the Packers team is, Cade, this is a guy that is going to be a huge weapon for this team.
Oh, we talked about it yesterday. He is fast, but he's more than just some wheels on legs. He's got a lot of versatility to his game, and general manager Brian Gutekunst spoke on him about adding a new explosive target for Jordan Love.
Obviously, he has elite speed, right? His ability to stretch the field outside the numbers is really, really important. And when you watch him, we thought arguably he had some of the best hands in the draft. Not only coming back to it and running through it, but when he tracked it over his shoulder and stuff too. So he's a strong athlete, So he's really versatile. He's going to do a lot of things, but we certainly felt that he could play outside, and that was important to us.
As far as tonight goes, the Packers have the 22nd pick in the second round and the 23rd pick in the third round. And Jacob, it wouldn't surprise me if they look towards the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet for sure, as they could go cornerback, as there are some good targets in that NFC North, or they could go edge rusher as well, as that never hurts to add to that defense. So we'll have more on that later tonight at 6, and some more draft proceedings, more fun around here at a chilly Green Bay today, but we expect a good crowd. But now we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, gentlemen, thanks very much.
Security guards closed the lines to St. Peter's Square this afternoon, marking the end of 3 days of public viewing for Pope Francis. The focus now shifts to the late pontiff's funeral and burial tomorrow morning. Among those taking part in the service, 28-year-old journalist Kelsey Gussie, who has chosen to do the first reading at the funeral.
The preparations actually started this morning with a practice here in St. Peter's Square. And we learned how we were going to walk up to the ambo and how we were to read.
After the funeral mass, a procession will carry the coffin to the Basilica of St. Mary Major, where Francis will be buried.
And a reminder, CBS News will have complete coverage of the funeral of Pope Francis tomorrow morning, starting at 3 a.m. Our special report. You'll be able to catch it right here on WKBT. The FBI has arrested a Milwaukee judge accused of helping a man evade immigration authorities. Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Hannah Dugan is charged with obstructing and concealing the individual from arrest. She allegedly escorted the suspect and his lawyer out of the courtroom after learning ICE was seeking his arrest. He was later found and arrested. Dugan remains in federal custody awaiting an initial court appearance.
A Black River Falls man with 9 previous OWI convictions was in La Crosse County Court today after being arrested at a West Salem Quick Trip. 50-year-old Aaron Falcon Radke has been charged with his 10th offense of operating while intoxicated and possession of narcotic drugs. Now, if convicted on the OWI charges, he faces up to 15 years in prison with a mandatory minimum of 4 years confinement. He is currently held on a $1,000 cash bond.
Well, the good news is the wet conditions are over for the time being. We're going to have plenty of sunshine going into Saturday. Really great conditions, too, to finally dry out after we've seen quite a bit of rainfall. And this is through basically Sunday noon all the way to this morning. Some of that orange area down there is pushing 4 inches. So pretty much everyone got close to an inch or more throughout this week. And this is in combination of what we had last week. So a very wet end to the April and still wet. But the good news is all that precipitation has moved east. Cloud cover is beginning to decrease overall. Still cool with that north-northeast wind today. We struggled to get up into the mid-50s for many locations, even colder up to the north. But overall, we'll see clearing skies this evening. Winds will begin to decrease. Otherwise, getting back down to 47 at 10 p.m. with that north wind at about 8 for La Crosse, too. Now, overnight temperatures will get a little bit colder as we go throughout. We're looking at more 30s potentially for some areas, even close to freezing up towards Ladysmith. So it is colder than what we should be. It should be around 40. Now, going forward, we definitely have quiet conditions for the weekend, a little bit of shower hour activity will kind of break down, but then it becomes a little bit different story come Monday with strong to severe storms possible, and we'll break that also down a bit later.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Craig. Well, the Minnesota Marine Art Museum has a painting that is larger than life.
News 8 Now's Grace Monk joins us with the details on their latest exhibit.
Right now I'm standing in front of what is believed to be the longest painting in North America. And for the next year, it's going to call Winona, Minnesota, home. This is the grand panorama of a whaling voyage round the world. The painting is over 1,200 feet long and 8 feet tall. Due to its size, the Minnesota Marine Art Museum can only display 40 feet at a time.
It depicts a traditional whaling voyage around the world, beginning in New Bedford, Massachusetts, going through Rio de Janeiro, the Azores, and around the world.
The painting was completed in 1848 and displayed as a moving panorama. It was a popular form of entertainment in the 19th century. Audience members would pay 25 cents to watch the picture rotate 360 degrees.
It would have been accompanied by storytelling, narration, sound effects, music, and it would have been your chance to sort of see what the world looked like predating film or moving pictures.
After years on display, it lost its luster and sat untouched until 2015.
It's historically accurate, we believe, so it sort of gives us an idea of what you can look up online what a picture of the Azores look like, but this is sort of a snapshot in time of what they looked like in the 1840s, which is kind of cool to see how those places looked.
This is the third time the full painting is being displayed in recent years. The exhibit will run through March 2026. In Winona, Grace Monk, News 8 Now.
Students at Trempealeau Elementary spent the afternoon learning the importance of protecting the environment. For 35 years, the school has hosted Environmental Day. Afternoon classes are held outside and students spend time cleaning school grounds. First graders worked on the school garden beds and kindergartners picked up trash and sticks. Teachers say getting the kids out of the classroom can help strengthen their appreciation for nature.
Believe if we can get kids out into these natural places and taking care of them, that will grow a deep love for them, and they'll continue to take care of those places into their adulthood and beyond.
This year's celebrations ended with a concert over at the Trempealeau Hotel.
Well, Mother Nature may be bringing the rain on this Arbor Day, but celebrations in La Crosse are still going strong. The city moved today's 36th annual ceremony indoors to the Myrick Park main shelter. Mayor Washington Spivey read the proclamation as city arborists and First Lutheran students planted a tulip poplar donated by the Hill and Valley Garden Club.
Arbor Day is important because it's really bringing attention to the planting of trees, which is so important for our community, for the aesthetics, for environmental reasons, for heat reduction. Even if you don't always think about it, trees play a super vital role in our day-to-day lives.
Earth Week will conclude Sunday at Myrick Park with the 2025 Earth Fair from 11 to 4 p.m.
Well, students at Chippewa Falls High School, meanwhile, were celebrating with renewable energy. The school's green team cutting the ribbon for their new solar panel array. Donations and Hillcrest Elementary students played a big part in making the project possible. That group of elementary students, the youngest team to win Wisconsin's K-12 Energy Action Program called Renew Our Schools.
The project was really a collaboration between the students and our community partners and the elementary school students as well. So yeah, just proud of their work and I'm glad they got the project completed.
School officials say the solar panels will both reduce energy costs and serve as a hands-on teaching tool for students interested in renewable energy.
Service dogs in training are taking flight at the Chippewa Valley Regional Airport today, but they're keeping their paws on the ground. Can-Do Canines brought about 10 future assistance dogs to the airport this morning to experience TSA screening, the boarding area, and baggage claim. The nonprofit organization provides specially trained dogs at no cost to people with disabilities that affect mobility, hearing, or involve seizures, diabetes, or autism.
It definitely is fun being out in the community, and it's really fun when there's other people around and we can educate people and help them to learn about service animals and help them to learn about what our dogs do for our clients.
Many of the dogs taking part today are raised in area correctional facilities, including Chippewa Valley and Stanley, before being matched with clients.
Such a great nonprofit and great skills by those dogs to be able to detect those things. Still to come, how the president is continuing to negotiate a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine.
Plus, the accused killer of United Healthcare CEO in court today as federal prosecutors say they plan to seek the death penalty.
The Friends and Family Sale at Slumberland Furniture. Up to 50% off list prices, plus an extra 15% off already reduced prices. Friday, Saturday, Sunday only. The Friends and Family Sale at Slumberland Furniture. Our best sale of the year.
Get an 11% rebate on your plumbing project at Menards. Upgrade your home's water softener for softer skin and cleaner clothes. Morton water softeners protect your appliances while tackling hard water. Get this water softener for $399.96 after rebate. Never run out of hot water again with a water heater from Richmond. Menards has a great selection of water heaters in stock, like this hybrid heat pump electric water heater for $1419.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers? Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
From the creators of bacon. Applewood smoked ham. Ham and Swiss melts. 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meats.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard makes it possible for me to be more for the community I call home. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
The Friends and Family Sale at Slumberland Furniture. Up to 50% off list prices, plus an extra 15% off already reduced prices. Friday, Saturday, Sunday only. The Friends and Family Sale at Slumberland Furniture. Our best sale of the year.
The Trump administration is trying to put pressure on Russia and Ukraine to finalize a peace deal. Now, negotiations continued today as Russia launched another strike overnight on Kyiv. The president said he is not placing a deadline on the talks, but he wants to get something done as quickly as possible.
We're going to try and get out of war so that we can save 5,000 people a week. I think we're pretty close.
Now, both Volodymyr Zelensky and President Trump will be in Rome for the Pope's funeral tomorrow, where the president said it is possible that they will talk.
Federal prosecutors say they plan to seek the death penalty against Luigi Mangione if he's convicted. The accused killer of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was brought in for arraignment in Manhattan federal court today. Mangione pleaded not guilty to all charges.
In this case, I think the president and the attorney general have made no secret of the fact that they want to make an example of this case, that they want to show that there will be no tolerance for this type of alleged behavior.
Mangione has already been arraigned on state charges in New York and Pennsylvania. He has pleaded not guilty to those charges as well.
A federal judge sentencing disgraced ex-Congressman George Santos today to more than 7 years in prison. The New York Republican pled guilty last summer to wire fraud and identity theft. Santos admitted to deceiving donors and stealing identities of nearly a dozen people to fund his congressional campaign back in 2022.
From the moment he declared his candidacy for Congress, Santos leveraged his campaign for his own enrichment and financial benefit. He did this by targeting specific supporters and constituents. He saw them as easy marks, and he made them victims of his fraud.
Santos apologized in court, saying he can't rewrite the past, but can control the road ahead. Well, we will have more news ahead.
But first,
yeah, we got plenty of sunshine going into Saturday. That's the good news for the weekend. Pleasant conditions, temperature-wise, but we do have some rain chances Sunday. But more importantly, we got alert day conditions coming up for Monday. We'll explain all that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Right now, during Home Furniture's spring sale, the more you buy, the more you save. Get 5, 10, and even 15% off sale prices throughout the store. Plus, pay no interest for up to 5 years on brand name mattresses. Hurry, the spring sale ends Monday at Home Furniture.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. And every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $4,350 total value. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
This is Tony, and this is Tony's Good Feet story.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job. Before my arch supports, I felt defeated, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I'm more positive.
Clinically proven, significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out. I would recommend it to anyone.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like select bags of Timberline mulch, now 5 for $10. All fishing rod and reel combos are on sale. Plus, we've lowered prices store-wide, so you can find the value you need to do things your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet, in original.
It's the spring patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts. Right now, the more you buy, the more you save. Get 5, 10, and even 15% off sale prices on porch and patio. Plus, get a free collapsible wagon for all your outdoor activities. The spring patio sale at Home Seasonal Concepts.
Well, with all that rain we've had for last weekend, it's going to be nice to kind of dry out a little bit as we get more closer now to the planting season, which is going to really ramp up here as we go into the month of May. So pleasant this weekend, still 60s, not quite mild into the 70s. We have a little bit of shower activity for Sunday morning, very light showers, and the time frame is pretty small there. Then windy, warmer, and then the severe storm possibility on Monday, and we'll get more on that in a little bit here and explain what it looks like overall. But here, temperatures tomorrow, pretty seasonable, mid-60s. Our average right now should be 64. La Crosse will be pretty close to that with a light wind out of the east-northeast. Plenty of sunshine, really a nice end of the Saturday for the last Saturday as we go into April here. Now Sunday, the highs are pretty similar because we have more cloud cover going on. There's that shower chance in the morning. The winds will begin to turn around to the south-southeast. So overall, not too bad of a Sunday, but we won't have as much sunshine as we had on Saturday. But temperatures pretty similar because overnight they won't be as cold. Now going into Monday, that's when we have the alert day conditions going into effect. We have rounds of showers and thunderstorms coming through, but there will be a good portion of the day that may be dry. Temperature-wise, 70s if we get enough sunshine. I think some areas could get into the 80-degree mark. It just depends on how the thunderstorms play out in the morning. But overall, windy conditions too, with that south wind beginning to pick up as that cold front begins to approach, especially towards the evening. Now, thunderstorm threat for Sunday night is really just on the doorstep. It's out to the west. We're going to see some thunderstorms come through Sunday night, but overall, we're not under the severe risk. Then going into the day on Monday, there we go, coming up. There's your threat. Still remains pretty much enhanced risk. I think as we go into closer to the event, this is pretty significant too to see this type of threat this far out. But overall, we're going to see a couple rounds potentially through this. The better threat is to the west, but that could change. We're going to kind of time it out. But for right now, for alert day conditions, we're looking at 2 periods really right now. One period is Monday morning. That's more, I think, an isolated threat. Monday night is the one we'll have to keep an eye on. That's when a cold front comes through. And as right now, it looks like we might see kind of like a squall line come through at some point in the evening. Here's your shower activity I mentioned for Sunday morning. Just a little bit coming across. It won't last too long, maybe just about noon. Then the warm front comes through, and there you start seeing showers and thunderstorms developing here Sunday night into Monday morning. So the Monday morning commute could be impacted by this or just there afterwards. These could be strong, maybe severe. I would say the hail would be the threat with this, but they lift north pretty quickly. The afternoon is kind of up in the air on how much actual thunderstorms we'll see. I think most of the afternoon will be dry. It's then towards the evening you're going to start seeing development of a line somewhere just near Minneapolis to the south. That's going to come through. We're going to see a line of showers and thunderstorms. Could be a line, could be individual. That's the one to keep an eye on. That's the severe threat going into Monday evening. Of course, we'll time this out as we get closer to the event, but that's what we're looking at right now. And overall, there's your 8-day forecast. Once we get past the alert day conditions, the rest of next week is fairly quiet, fairly seasonal, minus that rain chance that would come on Thursday. And overall, it looks like we might be more in a drier pattern once we get past Monday. I don't know, flipped over to that. But overall, the weekend looks overall good, minus that shower Sunday, so enjoy it, get everything done you need to, and then prepare for a stormy Monday. That could get some severe weather.
Proactive tips by Greg.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you, Greg. Still to come, a fairy tale ending.
How this family of geese were rescued from a hotel rooftop when we come back.
Monday on News 8 Now this morning, it's Mindful Monday. We're putting some spring back in your step. An orthopedic specialist shares breakthrough treatments to kick knee pain to the curb this spring.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment. Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot! Shut up!
Called GNT. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources now. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org.
Hello again. For those of you who've asked, Danielle's doing a great job taking over as GM here at the board store. And me, I just spent 3 delightful days at the Laba Home Show visiting with so many past customers who expressed what a great home improvement experience they had with the board store. Improving homes, improving lives. It's what we do. When you're happy, we're happy. If you're planning a home improvement this year, call or visit the board store soon. More than you'd expect for less than you thought.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Now here's a perfect Mother Goose story for you. A family of Canadian geese nesting on a rooftop, and the baby geese, who are too young to fly, had no way to follow their parents back and forth to a nearby pond.
After some trial and error, a longtime Wildlife Center volunteer was able to capture the mom and goslings and relocate them to the pond. He said they all went to go live their wild lives after that.
They look adorable there,
Very
even
cute.
the adult one, but you were just saying those Canadian geese, they can be a little rough.
They can be a little rough. Oh yeah, on running trails, you steer clear from them. They will charge after you. They don't like passerbys.
No.
But Greg had a good question. Why were they up there to begin with? I don't know.
Need an investigative piece with Mother Goose.
With Mother Goose
Why
herself.
settle on a rooftop?
Why? All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
Get an 11% rebate at Menards. Pittsburgh's Ultra Advanced Semi-Transparent Stain and Sealant in 1 can be applied on damp wood, allowing you to clean the surface and stain in 1 day. Get a gallon for $35.49 after rebate. Pittsburgh's Paramount is a premium exterior wood stain and sealant in 1. It provides enhanced waterproofing protection and resists cracking and peeling for a durable finish. A gallon starts at $39.95 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Save hundreds, one seat at a time on Stressless, the most comfortable furniture in the world. Only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Right now, take $200 off each Stressless seat. This includes each Laurel or Mint dining chair and home office chair, and each Stressless recliner. You can save $600 on Stressless sofas, $400 on love seats, and thousands on sectionals. Refresh your home with Stressless seating for less. Shop Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Family owned for 100 years.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among our frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun we're having, it's easy to take for granted how we warm up, by the fire or simply adjusting our thermostat. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? It might be simple to imagine for 60 seconds, but for many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. Freezing temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for them, they can be deadly. Make a real difference by providing a hand up for a neighbor in need. No matter the amount, every dollar helps. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
We would like to thank everyone who voted Dahl Automotive Best of La Crosse County. It means a lot to us to place first in auto service department, new car dealership, as well as voting Randy McDaniel for Best Auto Salesperson. Thank you.
It's time for spring cleaning, and Dahl Auto is here to help. Clean out that old car, and we'll give you an extra $1,000 over book value. Then choose from over 1,200 vehicles and lock in today's prices. Spring cleaning pays at Dahl Auto.
All right, there's your breakdown. Pleasant weekend, 60s. We do have that showers for Sunday morning, but still most of the day should be dry on Sunday. And then windy, warm Monday. We do have the severe storms. We'll have more information on that throughout the weekend, but also I'll have something online here later that goes a little bit further into that system that's coming through. Otherwise, do keep it handy for Monday. We have 2 rounds. The rest of next week looks fairly dry, unlike this week. More seasonal conditions, and we might get back into a dry pattern, which we probably could use since we've had a lot of rain in the second half of April so far.
Yeah, we absolutely have. And those first few days of May look absolutely glorious.
So far right now, that should be in the mid to upper 60s at this point. So it should be good.
And sunny. All right. Well, that does it for us tonight at 5.
We appreciate your time. Hope to see you back at 6.